All right, it's getting that time. NBA, it's heating up.
The association.
Yes, so it's getting that time. Like I said, last time we talked about the Lakers, and it seemed like the last time we talked about them that they were not even a chance of making the playoffs, even though they were 4 games, 3 games, going back and forth.
But Utah's losing.
Yeah, and there's potential for them to even move up to the 6th seed.
That's not going to happen.
But
I think the way it goes, Momo, is going to be they will be an 8 seed, because I don't think Houston, unless Houston start to have some issues, which I think Houston will finish ahead of them. Golden State is 6. They're not falling off. Then you got Memphis and the Clippers 5-4, and then you got Denver and the Clippers 5-4, and then you got Memphis is up there.
Oklahoma City and San Antonio.
So that's what I'm saying.
Even with the injury to Tony
so
Parker.
8 is the spot that they're looking at, and I really think they want 8 the Lakers day, so they don't have to face Oklahoma City in the first round.
Yeah, because if they do, I'm sorry.
They're getting
swept. They're getting swept.
Right. So they need the 8 spot, and they really want San Antonio, in my estimation, to be the team that they play in the first round.
Right. And it's happened to San Antonio. Yeah. They've lost when they had the 1 seed.
You think the Lakers, if it goes 1 Spurs, Lakers 8, you think the Lakers will beat the Spurs?
No way.
No? I think they will.
Even with no, I don't.
I think they will.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you can think, but I'm telling you that's not going to happen. And the reason why is because the Lakers have been inconsistent throughout the whole year.
Look, man, if they get in the playoffs the way that they've kind of gone on a little, not a run, but a roll. Dwight Howard still isn't consistently dominant, but maybe he's rounded into form, and I don't believe they're really paying attention to D'Antoni as the coach. I really think Kobe is running things.
Look, regardless, San Antonio has more depth. And Kobe can score 35, 40, 50 a night, and I'm a huge Kobe Bryant fan, but I just don't see them beating San Antonio in 7.
Okay.
It's just no.
You gonna owe me an apology on the air?
I'll give it to you.
You gonna listen?
But no, I don't think. That's what they want. It'd be a better matchup for them to play the Spurs. Yes, because I'm not saying they're gonna get swept. They could possibly win 2 games, maybe 3. But 7-game series, I just think the Lakers are inconsistent, and I don't think
they have been. Yes, they have been.
Now, if they get out the first round, then yes, wow, watch out, because that means they finally got together. Whether Dwight and Kobe have said, all right, you know what, we're going to put all of our shit aside, and
I think they're going to be the team no one wants to play. I'm telling you, I believe that. I think in the next 20 games, they're going to reel off some wins. They're going to get to 43, 44.
First, they got to make it. All right.
That's what I'm saying. I'm telling you, they're going to get to 43, 44 wins, the 8 seed. They're going to play the Spurs, and they're going to beat the Spurs. And it ain't going to be in 7. And it ain't going to be in 7. Yeah, I'm predicting that. I'm saying that. For anyone who's a big Spurs fan out there. I'm predicting if the Lakers play them in the first round, they're going to beat them, and it won't go 7.
What about?
It ain't gonna go 7. So that
you're right. I'll give this. It's not gonna go 7, but the Lakers aren't gonna win. So, however you want to slice it. If you want to give them 7, that's disrespectful to the Spurs.
I'm not disrespecting the Spurs. It's my opinion.
They're the number 1 seed right now.
I don't care what they are.
And they've been playing very well.
Yeah.
Without Tony Parker.
Yep.
There's 20 games left.
Yep. They've been playing great.
I don't see them falling because they don't want to play the Lakers.
I feel you.
They don't fear anyone.
Okay. I don't care. I don't care.
Right.
I hear everything you're saying.
Okay. I'm glad this is recorded, because when we come back, put a little asterisk that if the Lakers make it to the playoffs, which I think they will, but I don't see them beating the Spurs. Okay. Right. I don't see them beating the Thunder.
Well, I don't think they'll beat the Thunder. But I know they'll beat the Spurs. That's what I do know.
Okay.
And no, my name ain't Negro Dollars. But I'm just saying, that's what I believe.
All right. Popovich is not going to have them boys lose again in the first round. No way.
Like I said, if the Lakers, and this is a huge if.
Right.
Hypothetical for me, the next 20 games of the season, I believe the Lakers will get it together just amongst the players, if you will. They'll figure it out what it takes to grind out games.
They're gonna have to. It's a very
Exactly. They're going to figure it out. And when
deep.
you got Kobe Bryant, the ultimate closer, if he's got his legs, and these are a lot of ifs, I'm sure people are going to be like, what ifs.
Right.
But hey, that's the way it works. That's what I believe will happen. They're going to be the team no one wants to play. That's what I think.
I think they won't get that from me until they eliminate, hypothetically speaking, if they eliminate the Spurs.
They will do it. I told you they're going to do it.
Then I will say, Showtime is it's Showtime.
Showtime ain't there because
they
still got a 38-year-old point guard leading the show. So Showtime won't be Showtime until they get somebody younger. Because he won't never be able to stop Russell Westbrook. So what you think about the Heat? Their streak they got going.
Wow, it's amazing. I got to give it to them. I mean, and I've always never been a big LeBron James fan, only just because the whole decision. And even before that, I was never really just a fan of his. I just expected more of him for someone his size and his talent, and just him.
He's putting all that together now.
Him wanting to be, as they always labeled him, not wanting to be the closer or not having the killer instinct, and then now he's been like, just give me the ball and everybody else get out the way.
I mean, he's just he's become a special player, man.
Right, and that the game against the Knicks, I think that was a good statement game, and especially the way that he finished it, steal the ball, dunk, put 2-3 guys on me. It's just no
can't guard LeBron.
Yeah, you can't guard me. And if you want to go tit for tat back with your best player, I'm gonna and his 3-point shooting is improved.
Like I said, he's become almost unguardable.
I'm putting the Heat as a lock to come out to East.
Yeah.
The only team
lock to come out the East.
Well, I mean that's not saying
just step out on that limb, will you?
Or I'm just saying.
Come on, man. That's a lock.
Well, I mean, look, okay, Indiana could give them. Don't forget, this is the same Heat team, right? That went last year 7 games with Boston, a banged up Boston team. What happens if you wouldn't be surprised if the Pacers could knock them out?
Yes.
I mean, that's the only team. The Knicks, no, not this year.
Look, there's only one way for everyone out there who needs some insider information on how to beat the Heat. This is how you beat the Heat. You force LeBron to score 30 or more without a triple-double. And the other 4 players have to be also guys. You can't have no other guys dominate like LeBron.
So you can't have Wayne get 20 points. You can't have...
Nope.
I mean, Bosh, I wouldn't even put him in the conversation.
But my point is, you let LeBron do his thing, 30 whatever you're gonna get, but you don't let him get double digits.
So you say he's gonna get fatigued and just tired because he's doing too much?
No. I just think if you got 4 other, if you just have the other 4 guys, the starters, not dominate, not have 15 points, not have like Chalmers, Haslam. Your role players is my point. If you don't let these role players have big games, like Mike Miller had a couple big games last year in the playoffs.
Like 4 or 5 threes,
you hold those guys in check, and you let LeBron do his thing.
But those guys are open because LeBron's doing his thing.
That's my point. Don't let him get double-digit assists. That's the key.
So you just rough up on him, or what? I mean, what
else you supposed to do? LeBron, I'm gonna be here all day. I'm not going nowhere. When you take a piss and shit, I'm gonna be right there on the toilet with you.
And that's
the only thing. That's the only way you can beat this team. It's the only way.
Yeah,
it's the only way. It's
very impressive.
It's the only way. You have to stop the other players from getting off, and let LeBron get off, but not with the assists.
So how do the Pacers do it offensively?
They've got some players too that can do it, but it's not about offense. It's going to have to be about defense. Like I said, what did I just say? Way to stop the Heat is you allow LeBron James to get off just with points. And I don't mean drives if you can keep him from the outside, but just don't let him double-digit assist it, because then he's responsible for 50-plus points in the game.
Right.
He's getting Birdman involved. He's getting Bosh involved with dunks, Wade with dunks. Don't allow that. Keep those guys in check.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And you just let LeBron do his thing.
Well,
not with the assists.
I got a rematch of last year's NBA Finals.
Yeah.
Now to say who's going to win it, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if Durant could lose. I mean, he obviously possibly could lose, but I mean, that'd be tough. That'd be a tough one, and then to go back and because that means to me that the Heat could just go on a roll and win several ones.
Well, they could, but I think if it comes down to Oklahoma City and Miami Part 2, I really believe Russell Westbrook is going to be the key. And I don't mean the superstar key. I just mean his athleticism and what he can do. Chalmers can't check him.
Right. And he brings that alpha male, that toughness,
that nastiness that you need in teams. That they say they're lacking because of a lack of no James Harden.
Right.
But you need that nastiness. To be able to match LeBron James.
Right.
And Dwayne Wade's nastiness. So you need that. And he's a stud, man.
He's been coming into his own too as well. I mean, last year the punch on him was Jim just trying to do too much, and it seems like his shot selections now are much better than what it was before.
Well, he's hitting the shots too.
Yeah, he's hitting them.
Right.
So
never the same shots as last year. He's just hitting them.
Oh, so he's not just J.R. Smith in it.
No.
Got it.
Same shots.
Right.
Pull up jumpers on the fast break at 15, 16. These are shots you practice all the time.
Yeah.
He's just hitting it, which meant that he was working out.
Right.
He didn't rest on what happened.
And as a point guard, usually that gets knocked. You're supposed to be just the one,
The only way you get better is to keep shooting.
Yeah.
You got to keep shooting.
And I don't think the Thunder or Durant have a problem with him just continuing to,
It takes the pressure off of Durant.
Yeah.
It takes, if you can stop a double team off of KD, of course it's going to help him out.
Right.
Give him the pick and pop threes that he does all the time from 22. From 25, Durant just fires him up from 20, but it's in rhythm now.
Yeah.
So like I said, I think they will match up again. I think the key will be Westbrook and what Miami does to stop him.
So do you have the Heat and the Thunder back in round 2?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So this may be the new wave. This may be the new Lakers Celtics.
Well, depends on what happens in the offseason for the Lakers. Because the Lakers could get right back in this if they get Phil Jackson back. I'm going to tell you that right now.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
I mean, only for a couple years.
Right.
Depending on how they move forward with Kobe, if he stays or moves. I mean, this could be a way for Kobe to say, I do want to play a couple more years. Phil Jackson comes back. Kobe only has 1 year left in his contract. If Phil comes back, he may sign for 3 more years. And take a lesser role, obviously, because he's going to have to take a lesser role. Phil Jackson.
He's coming like the aged wine.
Right.
He's getting
Vino,
better.
as he says.
Yeah. So
that's what I'm saying. I mean, it could turn the fortunes of the Lakers around, and they could be right back in this fray, man.
Right.
Go out and get them a stud young point guard. Brandon Jennings is out there. Like I said, I believe they need to move Pau Gasol. Figure out a way to get you a power player to match.
Well, you got Josh Smith as a free agent next year.
That's what I'm saying. That's what things can happen for this franchise. It's not like, and like I said, if they can get in the playoffs this year, and if they upset the Spurs in the first round, I'm telling you, they could be the team no one wants to face. And if they flame out and lose in the playoffs and whatever, if they can get Phil Jackson with that team next year coaching, man, it's over, man. They will be back in the action. And I don't know. They're going to have to do some moves. They're going to have to make some maneuvers because even with Phil Jackson with this roster, they can compete, but they can't win. They can't beat Oklahoma City. They can't beat Miami.
Yeah.
They can compete with them, but they cannot. They're not going to win. In a 7-game series. So they need to add some pieces. Like I said, you can get rid of Pau Gasol, maybe even. I'll keep Ron Artest. I'm sorry, Meta World Peace, man, because he's nasty. Yeah, you need that. Mm-hmm. LeBron James, right there, he'll be in your jock all day.
Yeah,
that's you didn't want that. What I'm saying? You need that guy. But if it's gonna be 30 LeBron, it's gonna be the hardest 30 you got.
Right.
What I'm saying? So you're gonna work for every point.
And a couple elbows too.
Right.
Yeah.
And a couple growing shots.
Yeah.
What I'm saying?
Right.
LeBron Artest, he gonna do whatever he want to do. But that's how I see it. So yeah, I do see a rematch, and I really hope that Oklahoma City has a better showing this year.
I hope they do too.
Yeah.
I'd hate to see them just.
I actually thought they would win last year.
Yeah.
When they got to the finals, I really thought that they would win, but maybe the stage was a little too big for them. But I think they're going to compete with them, and if they can win, they can go on a run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it'd be, like I said, it'd be nice to see. Like I said, it could be the new era of a Lakers Celtics type of thing.
But I still think the Lakers are here. With a couple moves. All right, so that's it.
Yeah.
We took care of business on episode 4. You guys check us out. Facebook. Let us know what's happening out there. We're going to start doing a little bit more rearranging of our setup around here to appease some other fans out there that aren't too keen on what's happening over here in the district. But hey, whatever.
Yeah.
We just representing. But I'm sure you understand. But you guys pay attention and let us know what you thought, your feedback and everything that's going on out there. And we're going to go ahead and sign this out with the Raymo and Momo Show, folks. Bam!